Yo, what is up, guys? Boris here, coming to you guys with a long-awaited video, I guess. Long-awaited return. I know it's been a few months, but let me just say that this past few weeks have been very, very interesting for One Piece Treasure Cruise. So I figured I'd dust off my camera and maybe do a video for you guys. And let me just say that a lot of stuff that we've been seeing recently is sort of unheard of for a company to try to actually start engaging with their fans 3 or 4 years into the game is really, really weird. So today I want to give you guys my thoughts on everything that's been going on with that, plus what's been going on with me and this hiatus. So I guess sit back, enjoy, and because this is gonna be pretty crazy. Well, not that crazy, but in terms of the news, I'll start with the news for One Piece Treasure Cruise. Pretty much the reason I stopped making videos, guys, is because I just stopped enjoying the game. I always told myself that the second I stopped enjoying the game, I would stop playing the game, and I tried really, really hard to enjoy it in the past year. If you compare my videos from the first year, you realize that I really enjoyed it, and I was being very creative, and I really enjoyed making videos for the game. And then this past year, pretty much, I was just pull videos. So I was trying really hard to still enjoy the game. Treasure mode really killed it for me, which was one of my major complaints. As soon as it came out, the whole boosted unit thing and having to pull every event, the fact that you can only get potions and all this stuff. There's a lot of complaints. That's a completely different video. This isn't what this video is about. This video is just to talk about the really unexpected things that have been happening in Treasure Cruise the past month. It's a completely different game. It's changed. It could potentially go in a completely different direction. And that's why I'm really, really interested in what's going on right now. So for those of you guys who maybe haven't been keeping up, I know there's a lot of people who quit the game. I know pretty much most of the JP players on my Discord have quit, which is going to be really important for a point I'll talk about later. But yeah, so not a lot of you guys might not know what's going on. But if you guys remember, pretty much since the beginning of Treasure Cruise, we've pretty much been ignored as a community. And there were never any representatives or anything reaching out to us, talking to us. There was almost never any communication. And it really felt like, it was put a lot of stress on people like me, like YouTubers and people who cover the game and the head Reddit guys, because we were pretty much in charge of the community because Bandai didn't want to care about us. So it put a lot of stress on us. It's one of the reasons that a lot of Treasure Cruise YouTubers go in and out. And props to those who've been able to stay the whole time. Because it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. We have to answer every question. And we don't get paid to, well, we get paid to do it in terms of ad revenue. And so supporting us is really, really nice. But we were the guys in charge. We wanted to see the game grow. We wanted to see it hopefully become something bigger. And so we try to answer as many questions from people and try to bring them as much info as we could. But at the end of the day, most of what we were saying was pure speculation. We didn't know what's coming up. And we have to do our best to assume, what was the best way to use your gems, what Sugos to pull on, which not to pull on. So it was a very fun 3 years, but at the same time, it was really daunting seeing all the other games and all the other communities being able to talk directly with the company and give them feedback and know that they were listening. It's just crazy. You've seen it a lot more recently with a lot of the games nowadays. And my question is 3 or 4 years too late? They're trying to fix all their problems 3 years in. But what exactly am I talking about? I guess I haven't really talked about why I'm saying this. Well, let's start with the survey. So I think about a month ago, there was a survey for One Piece Treasure Cruise. And on the survey, it was pretty interesting. It wasn't a typical survey in that they actually recognized JP server. So they asked players if they knew about the JP server, which probably now is an indication of why, because of the world challenge that's going on. They also talked about do you get your information from YouTubers and stuff like that. And so that was really awesome. I mean, I really do hope that at some point they do at least recognize the people who put hard work into creating the community. Even though the community now, I'm not going to say it's dead, but it's definitely not what it was the first year or two. And it could have definitely become a big community, seeing as how One Piece is the biggest anime and manga in a lot of parts of the world. The US, not so much. But it definitely could have been a big game in terms of popularity in Europe, South America, and other countries and continents or whatever. So just overall, the survey was a breath of fresh air, and it was really, really interesting. They had never done anything like that. So, kudos to them for doing that. I really do hope that it's going to take that and get feedback and actually apply it to the game, make the game better overall, because there are a lot of problems with the game, and hopefully they've been noticing, because like I said, a lot of the people that I know have been quitting the game, especially on the JP side. Global actually has been going pretty strong still, which I'm really happy for. So that was a survey, and again, that was really interesting. And then they announced the World Challenge, which I've been watching Toyoti's videos on it, and it looks really, really interesting. I do still have my JP account, so I might be competing against you guys on the global server. But I will be talking about who I think will win at the end of the video. But overall, the World Challenge is really, really interesting. I'm really excited that they're doing stuff like this. That they're finally recognizing there's a huge audience that plays JP outside of Japan, which I know technically they're not supposed to do, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the fact that they're finally recognizing JP side is finally recognizing global as well. So I feel like it's a little bit too late. I feel like it is a little bit too late. And then apparently from the people I've been pulling on the Sugofest for the World Challenge, this has been a really bad Sugo. So I don't know what to say about that. But it is something different. It is taking One Piece Treasure Cruise in a different direction. I don't know. They still need to change things like overall, like the way you get potions and limit break material and all that stuff, in my opinion, and just the gameplay overall. The problem with Treasure Cruise, in my opinion, is that they made it too centered around treasure mode or adventure mode, and that ended up killing the game, in my opinion, for a lot of people. Similar to World Tournament, which I like Dokkan, but World Tournament killed Dokkan for me. I ended up quitting every time I played World Tourney. It's just not for me. It's not my thing. And so the fact that that is the center of One Piece Treasure Cruise, there's no option for other types of players. Some players love treasure mode, some players don't. Everyone has a different play style. And the fact there's no other really way to play Treasure Cruise at the moment, or for the past year, really has killed it for a lot of players. So hopefully, like I said, they take the survey into account. Hopefully, now that the World Challenge is a thing, they'll start taking the global community more seriously. I would love to see them talk with the players. I know, Reddit, it has its good and its bad, but overall I think it would be really cool if they actually, read Reddit and see, maybe get a representative, get someone who could talk to us directly. That's the main thing, so they know that so we know that they're listening. And then finally they had the third thing that made things really interesting is Anime New York happened last week. And the Japanese director of Treasure Cruise, who, I didn't even know, I didn't even know who it was, to be honest, before this, flew out to Anime New York, and he was interacting with the global fan base, which is really cool. Again, this is kind of the stuff that we needed to see like 2 years ago. But overall, it's still really awesome to see that. It really has changed my perspective on the game. I was about to make a video a month ago saying how pretty much I'm done with treasure. It was a video I didn't want to make because I knew it was going to let a lot of people down. But, I want to be honest with you guys. And so I was literally about to make the video. And then like a few days later, they announced the survey. And then, I'll talk about this in a little bit, but I actually ended up going to Australia and hanging out with Toadski, which was one of the coolest things I've ever done. And I guess I'll transition into that because give you guys a little bit of catch up about what I've been doing. Pretty much like I said, the reason I stopped making videos was because I just stopped enjoying Treasure Cruise. And when you build your whole channel on one game, that pretty much means RIP for your channel. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. So, I was like, it was a fun 3 years. I really enjoyed it. You guys were very, very supportive those 3 years. It was a crazy ride. It was something that I never expected. I never went into Treasure Cruise thinking it was going to be big. At the time, actually, I was a mobile game hater. So I didn't actually think mobile games had a lot of potential, but it ended up being a really, really interesting journey. And so I was ready to call it quits and, move on to something else, move on to the next thing in life. But this means that there could be potentially some new life, some new blood injected into the game. And so that's just, so I haven't quit yet. I still have my account. I've been logging in. I've done a few multis, but they haven't been very good. In terms of what I've been doing aside from that, you guys can see obviously from the start of the video, I'm not wearing my glasses anymore. A few months ago, I got LASIK surgery. So that's just kind of random, but that was a really life-changing experience because not having to wear glasses is actually a pretty big deal. It's really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. On top of that, yeah, I was talking about my trip to Australia, guys. So there was the trip that I had planned for a few months. I went to the land down under, and I hung out with Toadski for a whole week. We ended up going to PAX Australia, Penny Arcade Expo, which was a huge expo with a bunch of new games. I got to try out Kingdom Hearts 3, I got to try out Smash Brothers, I got to try out Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and got to try out a bunch of other games, and it was so much fun. We played a bunch of Pokemon Go over there, and I do have some footage of that. I have footage of the convention, which I do want to make a video on, which will lead me to the next thing. But I do want to make a video on that, and then also I did record a video with Toadski where I got to try a bunch of different Australian snacks. So I think that one you guys would definitely enjoy, just to see my reaction to the snacks and stuff. And I will be uploading those in the future. It's just the next thing is my PC right at the moment is kind of messed up. I'm pretty sure it's a hard drive issue, so I just have to replace the hard drive. So when I do get around to that, I will get to uploading those videos. I'm working on my laptop at the moment though, so I do have my old laptop. I can probably upload on those. So, now that I'm back, I guess I can start uploading videos again for you guys. And those are 2 videos that I hopefully will do soon. The snack one should be pretty easy because that one I just upload. And then on top of that, let me just say huge thanks to Toadski. Dilba is another YouTuber who does Treasure Cruise content from time to time, and their friend Kobe. I hung out with the 3 of them all week, and it was probably the most fun I've ever had. Going to that's the next thing. Going to PAX, we got to pet kangaroos and wombats. We got to hang out and play Pokemon Go, and they were just really, really some of the most down-to-earth people. It was a lot of fun, and their families treated me really well over there. So it was just such a great experience, and again, just huge thanks to them. If you guys ever get to meet them in person, you'll find out just how cool of a people they really are. And then finally, yesterday, I went to check out DreamHack, which was here in my hometown, and that was a really cool experience. It made me kind of like, that's kind of the reason I'm making this video, because it kind of got me like, I gotta start making videos again, because it was just really cool seeing all these different pro players and people with cameras and stuff. Like, man, I gotta get my camera now and record. So that's kind of what's been going on. Not too much, to be honest. I've just been chilling. There's nothing too interesting, but that is really it. It has helped me a lot, guys. It has taken a lot of stress, in my personal opinion, because I was forcing myself to play and make videos about a game that I didn't really care too much about. That I thought was pretty much dead at that point. Although I do hang out with my Discord community every single day, we actually managed to raise enough funds for Nintendo Switch for one of the regulars in the Discord. So we're really happy with the community there. So if you guys ever want to talk, I'm always on Discord. But in terms of making content and stuff, it has definitely been a lot less stressful. Not that I don't enjoy it, and not that I don't appreciate you guys' support when putting out videos and stuff, but it's just not having to worry about, constantly uploading the newest info, making thumbnail tags and all this stuff. And it's just, I've never been about views and stuff like that. So, competing in that sort of environment does stress me out a lot. Yeah, now I'm going to make videos that I enjoy. So, yeah. Last thing, which probably why most of you guys are here, is my thoughts on the World Challenge event. So, Global versus Japan. Or technically, yes, a Global, Line, and someone else. I forgot. The Korean server, maybe? Versus the JP server. Who's going to win? That's a tough question. But if I had to give my thoughts, I think... Here, I'll give you guys the facts first, I guess. So, I believe that JP, for the most part, has more players than Global. I'm not too sure if that's true or not, but I believe from just looking at the tier rankings for Treasure Mode, I believe that the JP New World tends to have more players in it than the Global New World. So I think JP's right off the bat at an advantage in that sense. But I think that Global is going to win this. One, because it's 3 servers combined. So not just Global, but it's also Korean and Line. Second, like I said earlier in the video, pretty much almost all of the JP players in my Discord server have quit. So and obviously that's not saying a bunch of JP players have quit, but that's just, personally speaking, they've quit Treasure Cruise overall. And because of the changes that have happened over the past year or so. And yeah, the Global players are still playing. So pretty much my server, all of the global guys are still going very strong, placing high in Treasure Mode. The JP players pretty much quit. And moved on to other games. So that makes me think that global players are actually going to outgrind JP players, just because I'd say that even though maybe JP has more players, I think global will have more players who are willing to grind hard on the event. That's definitely what I think, in my opinion. But who knows? That'll be up in the air. But I do actually think global is gonna win the event. Now, keep in mind, I did watch Toski's video, and he did say that JP, I believe, has more characters that are boosted. I'm not too sure about that, but if that is the case, then of course JP does have an advantage. And I guess the third point, I do think Global win because in previous contests in other games, they do this very frequently in other games, and most of the times Global tends to win. So Global tends to win in those events. Even when they give JP handicap. So my prediction is JP will get a handicap at some point. If they are losing, Global will still win. That seems to be the pattern. And hopefully they do. I don't know. Because I'm sure most of you guys are Global players. And if you're JP players, I'll definitely be probably doing a few runs. I'm definitely not saying I'm going to start playing Treasure Cruise Hardcore or anything like that. But it does interest me, and I want to see where the game goes from here on out. Please just fix the game. Don't make it all about treasure mode. I mean, this is a different thing, so I mean they're shaking it up. But definitely, I like to see some things that, if you think back to the first year of Treasure Cruise, what brought people in was just a single player aspect. You didn't have to compete with other players, and you didn't have to pool it whenever you wanted. You pool for the characters that you want to pool for, not the characters that you need for points. Because then those characters are pretty much put on the shelf, never to be used again. And you're pretty much pulling for a character that's completely irrelevant and that you don't care for. Therefore, your attachment for the game, lessons and lessons with each Sugo, because you don't care about the characters that you own, and then you eventually just want to drop the game. So that's my opinion, guys. My plan, I guess, is to make more videos in terms of like theory and concept for not just Treasure Cruise, but other gacha games. That's sort of what I've been thinking I want to do with this channel. But I don't know. Just let me know if you guys have any suggestions. I'm just glad to be back. You know, it does suck. I know you guys are probably waiting for videos, and it does suck that I let you guys down. But yeah, I don't know. At least I'm making this one, and hopefully I can make more daily now or something. Because with my camera, it should be pretty easy. And I won't probably do too much editing on these. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace.